Welcome to Above the Snow. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are giving a first look to a very interesting game here. We are basically building a shelter in the harsh winter of the Alps and basically trying to survive and offer some sort of respite for those who are taking shelter, trying to reach the summit of wherever mountain they're trying to go towards. So we're going to do the campaign, go on the casual stroller default experience and give you a first look here. I don't know, 30, 45 minutes and let y'all see what this game has to offer, which I think has a ton of potential. But if you want to see more from this game, comment below. Thank you to our members and patrons as well for your love and support, for supporting the channel. And let's dive into a little bit of the story behind this game.
What did you expect walking in there alone?
I truly regret it. I want to fix it. Undo it. Is there any chance?
A chance? In my world, every favor's a tab you'll have to settle. Say, have you ever been to the Alps? In the Swiss part, there's a place, the Corrodon region. Massive ridges stretching between three valleys. Cold enough to cut through bone, but beautiful. Those places aren't for me, but maybe you'll learn to appreciate the mountains.
And what exactly would I be doing there?
Ever heard of mountain shelters, Francis?
Shelters? Like the ones for animals?
No, my friend. Out there, any spot you can call safe is worth its weight in gold. Mountain trails wind on through cold winds and blinding blizzards. Out there, even the echo seems too frightened to speak back. In the middle of all that chaos, brave alpinists built shelters. Little havens for those heading toward the summit. The only warm places in those vast, dreamy lands.
Where exactly are you going with this?
Slowly. First things first, get rid of that damn bag.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So there we are, setting the stage as we are now getting ready to head to the Swiss Alps in 61 and get our journey started here and hopefully build something that's going to be prosperous. So we're going to name our shelter. And of course, you can go here and go randomize the warm summit. Well, I think Gobotch Summit sounds good. Let's go Gobotch Summit. Is it 1 T or 2? I think it's 1. We're going to go with that. So there we are, Gobotch Summit. You see where we're at, located. And it tells me we want to use WASD. So here is our main protagonist, Francis Harlan. Cold as heck, he says. Eva, I'm going to say her name's Eva here. What did you expect the mountain at this time of the year, genius? I don't know. Half the night we're talking crazy about hotels, blankets, tea with honey, all the such, right? We got a warm bed. Okay, so y'all can read through this. So Pedro wants it to be the most popular spot in the region. Then we got a lot of work ahead of us. Renovate the whole place, redraw the trails, build up the reputation. Makes me wonder if it's even doable with such a small team. I have no idea. But what choice do you have? If we fail, the only warm thing you'll get in prison is prison porridge. Fair point, he says here. All right, so let's look at the map, and we need to figure out how to even get to the shelter. So here we are. We need to get to our location there. There's the town, and we need to figure out how we're going to get to the summit, the shelter. So Pedro mentioned his brother's hovel is somewhere out there. Looks like it's quite the hike. If we want to arrive with all fingers and toes, we need to pick the right route. Wait, all fingers and toes? No, you don't want to come out frostbite, so preferably not. That's why the route needs planning. Let's look at the map. Yes, I see 2 marked national trails leading there, one from town, one from the market. Sounds like good news. Definitely means we won't have to cut our way through the wilderness, less risk that way. As the saying goes, being a good climber isn't the trick. The real trick is to be an old one. So now we get our time constraints. You see we are traveling the town route, which, you know, pretty easy route overall to head to the summit. We have 2 different routes. There's one to the market as well. And we made it. Good work. You said it was going to be easy. I said we wouldn't have to cut a trail. The pass would have been used years ago. Didn't you brag about being in peak condition? Hilarious, really hilarious. Let's take a look around. Allegedly, Pedro's brother still runs this dump. Judging by the state of it, I'm starting to doubt anyone's running anything here. So now we click our M key to head to the shelter view. So here's our shelter, ladies and gentlemen. It's a dump. It's been abandoned for years. Well, I wasn't expecting. You were not wrong. So here's Raymond Leon. Who the heck are you? Here's my card, Raymond Leon. I'm gathering material for a documentary on the region's history. The press cares about this. I thought nobody from the city bothered coming up here. Mountain engineering is only getting more popular, and these are some of the highest peaks in this part of the Alps. The Croton valleys are overlooked. One good story could change that. Starting guessing you're giving the mountains a cash for his fun. Not exactly. The city's budget's a mess. I'm doing this after hours on my own time. Admirable. Wasting your time for this, which is why I should be heading out. No owner around means no story to chase. If you don't want to spend the night out in the wild, I suggest you do the same. Take care. Strange. No message, no nothing. Pedro and Nicholas were writing letters. Sadly, people vanishing in the mountains isn't rare, especially when they head out alone. We should fix that radio tower and alert the city. So now we head to the yard key. So this is how we look at our whole estate area here. And we need to start by repairing this radio tower so we can get some communication going here. And we're going to unpause the game so that can transpire. So here we go. Overall, again, I like the game's setting tone. I like the music, everything behind it. The art style for the avatars and characters, I think, is intriguing. And there we go. We got it done. The radio tower is built. This helps us for services, goods, technology, all the like. So now we need to repair the garage. As Eva here says the tower is up, we can finally call the city. Easy boy. There's a dog named Brutus. Nicholas Bolton, who the heck are you? Speak up quick. Brutus hasn't had dinner after all his walk. Well, if he eats me, at least I won't have to hike back down the dang trail. We're terribly sorry, sir. The shelter looks deserted. We thought we'd had something to help you. Okay, I'm Eva Harlan. This is my cousin Francis. Harlan, you stay. I did and I changed my mind. Okay, so we're meeting a disgruntled individual, Nicholas Bolden here. He doesn't want a bunch of amateurs around here. You take care of the place himself yourself, sure, old man, but the hotel, not so much. This place looks like a dustbin with windows. Francis, how dare you, brat? If you read the letter, you know what our plan is. And you still here, it means our deal has a chance. Not if I sick the dog on you. The shelter's mine. Nobody tells me what goes on here, not even Pedro. I think we may have to start it off on the wrong foot. Mr. Nicholas, I truly apologize for barging in. We came here to offer help. I've got plenty of mountain experience, and Francis, he's quite strong, and he can help with running errands. Don't care about... who am I kidding? I'm ashamed you kids see the place in the state. It was such a good spot, but those times are over. We've gathered a crew to get the shelter back on its feet. Please give us a chance. Maybe this really is a chance bringing life back to the valley. You're just trying to sweet talk me. Can't we at least try? I need to think it over. Well, it's getting dark, and the good shelter owner, I can't let you get back on the trails in those conditions. So shall we get to work? We need food, firewood, and heating. Nights up here could be treacherous. Let's start by clearing out the garage. We're going to need Snowcat. So now we need to get the garage up and going. We're going to get Francis on that. And we're going to repair the garage. I'm also going to get Eva on repairing the landing pad. Get that done now. Might as well. So Francis is doing that. Eva's going to do that. And we're ready to rock and roll now as we are almost done repairing the garage here with Francis. All right, garage is clear. But what is this hunk of junk? My friend, meet old rust bucket. Looks like the love child of a tank and a rusty bathtub. Snowcats are used for mountain work all over the world. As long as you've got visibility, they're the best way to haul supplies. Before you set off, take out some of my old furniture. Selling it off should cover your expenses. So now we're going to head to the building, and we're going to sell some of this junk in here. So now we're going to get rid of all this excess clutter that we don't need and make a little cash money at the process of this. Same process. So you can see where some beds are placed in here and whatnot. There's some junk in here. Just get it all cleared up and out of here. So a little bit of money can't hurt. If y'all enjoy what you're seeing and you want to see this game for yourself or give this game a shot yourself, make sure to go check them out on Steam. The game's coming out here very, very soon. I want to thank the devs for reaching out and giving us a little early content here to be able to get things going. So there we go. We're going to get Francis on that. I'm going to keep getting this declutter going while he's doing that. Clear out some space here, huh? All right, let's get this finished up here too. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's almost done, and that looks pretty dang good to me. If you're asking me, I think we're right as rain, right as rain. So we need to send the delivered goods. We got to go vehicle, Snowcat. Workers got to be Francis, and we need to send 100 food and 100 wood, right? Get that start. Great work. The Snowcat's on its way with supplies. Now let's grab the radios. Communication in the mountains is essential. That way we can stay in touch even with someone who heads out on the trail. Testing, testing. Do you read me? Loud and clear. What do you say that? What did you just say? Good Lord. All right, so we got our task going. The stuff is up and running over there. We got a front desk there. Cool. With a doggo, Brutus. So you can look here. There are different pages to go up and around. Look, we have to unlock these different rooms, which right now currently are locked. All right, delivery is back. Time to prep some rations. So now we're going to click here on the kitchen, and we can assign somebody to do meal prep. So I'm going to let old Nicholas do some meal prep here. And it says, let's set it to 10 rations. We'll do single meal for everything. Food's ready. Now it's time to get the heating going. Of all things that can kill you in the mountains, cold is your worst enemy. So we got to go heating tab here. And we need to build some radiators to keep the heat down as best as we can here. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that didn't go. 4, 5. That's pretty good in here. Let's build one there, build one there, build one here, 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 here. Oop. And maybe a standing one like right here somewhere. Maybe a little excess, but we'll take it what we can get. So now the radiators are in place. We got to fire them up. So we're going to go to the heating tab. We're going to go to 20%. And now we remember, the higher you set the power for the heaters, the faster it warms up and the faster we burn through wood. So exactly, that's why proper and often heating settings is important with less wasted fuel. So now we're going to unpause and let things go. We need to clean up the place, it says. I don't see any mess. Well, I saw your mutt burying a bone in the rubble on the second floor. Maybe Brutus just likes it that way. I'll grab some brooms. It won't take long. So now we're going to go to the tech tree here, and we need to research this new room. So we're going to click the room they were suggesting, and we just unlock that. This room right here is now ready to be used, but now we need to go back to the tech tree, and we need to get, what was it, the outside zone done. And it's going to recommend we probably, so we're here. Let's do this one. Close to us. All right, so we got that done. So now we need to go back to the tech tree to do survival essentials. So look how big this tech tree is. A lot of stuff in this game. So we need to find where it says survival essentials here, which is right here. And we're going to get that started. So now that we have that, we can build what we need. So good work. We can finally go to bed now. It's not even that late. Remember, in the mountains, the sun sets earlier. Night hikes are dangerous and evenings are long. Best to use the time wisely. Perfect moment to catch up on shelter duties. We should set up a few basic buildings to boost. Okay. So we're going to set up a woodshed and get some stuff going here. So to do that, we're going to head out to the yard. And we're going to pause the game for just a moment. So we're going to go to building mode. And we got new facilities. So we need to build a weather station and a woodshed. So let's start by building this woodshed over here. Right about there, and then a weather station, you know, not too far off from it right there. All right, so we got those two things going. We can put a worker in here to assign to get some wood. Movement speed's pretty good. We're going to send him in there to get 30 wood for us. So now we're surviving and thriving. He's going in there to do that for us. Stamina, they get tired or slower, so to avoid this, let them rest whenever their stamina is low by unassigning them from their tasks. Okay. So he's going to do what he's doing. Like Nicholas here, I'm going to unassign his tasks so he can chill. And he's going to keep getting wood for us. He's tired a little bit, but he can deal. I'm going to add gear. That's cool. So he's a little bit tired. I'm going to tell him to stop, and I'm going to put Eva on this now. And just trying to get some more supplies. So we're trying to keep our people rested as best we can. All right, great job. The woodshed isn't the most efficient thing, but it's a lifesaver in a crisis. Now let's put up some furniture and make sure visiting alpinists have at least a bit of comfort. It's going to cost us. Don't worry about that for now. Once our first guest arrive, the fees should cover all the expenses. Forget it. No one sets foot here in ages. Relax. I've got a surprise for you. All right, so now expectations. So in building mode, they're going to want different things. You can see here, comfort, storage, entertainment. We got these bars we need to fill to keep our guests happy. So we need to go to the tech tree and basically unlock all of these rooms, surface, media, all of what you see here. That's going to give us beds, tables, chairs, all sorts of stuff. So now what we're going to do with that is we're going to go to the building mode. And I'm going to start off by just doing some simple beds upstairs right here. And I think we're going to go like a bed here, here, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 4 beds there. What else do we need in here? Some heating probably. Wouldn't hurt. Some heating there, some heating there. Okay. A little bit of heat will help us out. And let's put in a map here. A rug. What else do we want to put in? Like a magazine rack. Let's go downstairs. So downstairs, here we go. Let's look at this. So we need to figure out comfort and all in here. So let's go to tables first. So we have a table here. I think we can do like, let's just start with like 3 of these tables. First things first. And then these tables, we can go with some, oh, I need to move this one over. There we go. And move you over slightly too. All right, there we go. Just allow enough space to, gosh. Let's just do this. Let's just go right there. We'll line y'all up this way. All right, and now we'll put some chairs in. That way people can sit while they eat. And will be provided for. And then here, I would like to get some armchairs just for some respite in front of the fireplace. You know what I mean? That looks good. Do we have like a, yeah, coffee table. Nice. Put a coffee table there. We'll put a little storage cabinet over here. With some barrels, because that looks something to do. I will put a radio over here. Typewriter, interesting. I could put the typewriter over here, like in the corner, with a magazine rack. Why not? Anything else for entertainment needs? We're pretty good here. Look at this. We're really set. Let's go upstairs. Let's look at the bedroom again. What do we need in here? Anything good? I think we're good. All right, we got everything you need. Now we just need wait for sunrise. I'll look at the map. That surprise is on the way, she says here. So now we can go to the map, and we're waiting for our mysterious guests to arrive. Where are they at? There they are. Is that them? Here they are. The mysterious guests are coming from town. It's Mayor's crew. Mayor Natalie, Patrick, Alberic, and Anne. So we got the Mayor's crew coming to town. And this should be interesting to see what this does. So they're here, yes. Let's go back. Let's go to the yard. So now, good morning. Long time no see, Nicholas. What is she doing here, and why are all these people? Who are all these people? I took the liberty of inviting Madam Mayor and her team. Their visit will test your readiness. It's also able to decide whether we can restore your permits, Nicholas. Hold on, we're running this place illegally. At the moment, it seems so. That's why we can't officially place the shelter on our tourist maps. If you hadn't been cozying up to the competition, there wouldn't have been any problems. That's not on me. The inspection ruled that the facilities were far below the standard. Mrs. Harlan told me you're trying to reopen the shelter. I'd be glad to see for myself. We're ready. We won't let you down, Madam Mayor. Okay. So now, faulty delivery. This is not good. It looks like our food, something happened. Action is needed. Guests are starting to catch a whiff of the food. Hold on. Can I freeze? Soup time. I can't freeze for the moment. Why can't I freeze? All right. We'll put it in the soup, even though it's not good. If things were going smoothly. This isn't the first time running a shelter is not an easy business. We need to act fast. Fresh supplies are a priority. If you got the funds, hiring a helicopter would be smart. Air transport doesn't care about mountain terrain. The only thing you need to worry about is the weather and the bill. I think I know someone who could help with that. Don't tell me. You've got a pilot, buddy. Let's just say I have a friend in the mountain transport company. I'll give you his number, but I'd rather not get directly involved. Oh, great. Wonder who that's going to be. So she knows somebody. So now we can go to this, the landing pad, right? So we can go to deliveries. We need to do the air transport. And we're needing what? 100 food is what it said. 100 raw food is what we need. Commence. It's gonna cost us 400 bucks. We also need to double our meals in the kitchen for the time being, and hopefully our expectations are good enough that we should hit most of our goals. John the pilot. Hello everyone. Great to start another partnership. What a view you got up here. Hey, that was some lightning fast deliveries of yours. I just hope I didn't beat up the cargo too badly. If anything's wrong, let me know. Francis Harlan, I presume. Wow, that name brings back memories. Memories. Pretty sure we've never met. Have you ever have a relative named Eva? I used to be with a girl by that name. We were even engaged once. Maybe you never heard about that one. Wait, what's this? She's gonna stab us in the back and run off with the competition? Excuse me, what are you talking about? Out with it, kid. No excuses. I won't let one of my workers sell out to us again. Workers? Eva works here? That's wonderful news. Where can I find her? I've missed her. We've got so much to catch up on. This has got to be some sort of mistake. You've got no business here, John. Eva, we ordered a service, not small talk. Could we at least? No, absolutely not. We don't have time for this. Forget it. Or maybe just, I said no. Heh, all right then. Call if you need more runs. I can see if I can get my boss to cut you a discount. Yikes, that was rough. Did he say he deserved to brush off like that? He seemed like a decent guy. Trust me, he's not. He's a total douchebag, and you wouldn't have to take my word for it. But man, he would say we get a discount, which is nice. We're gonna get a little discount, a little money back. So we're running. It's 1 p.m. Our guests are here. I'm not sure exactly if that's playing out. Okay, so here we go. Now we need to open the trail map. Everyone's busy. Might be a perfect time to stash the bag, or Eva or the old man stumbled across it. I'd be in deep trouble. Oof. You wouldn't spill the beans, would you, boy? Gonna help me find a good hiding spot? Oof. Out of partner. Let's find the work. I've got some good wood in the men's old cellar. Okay. So they're doing that. To unlock objects. Okay, we've done the tree, so we should be good for our building menu. You're like, all this is expectation level should be fine. So now we need to go to the trail map. Okay, so pathing. We need to build a path. Where are we building the path to is the question I have to ask, I guess. So let's see. We're going to click on trial tasks, hiding spot. Oh, wow. We got to build all the way. As you currently don't have a path connected to the Chillcrest slope, you need to build one to complete the task. So we need to click the build menu, path segment. Okay, so we got to build it from here to where? Where are we trying to go? All right, so we're trying to get to our summit. So we need to be mindful of this. So small trek, nothing too crazy here. I don't want anybody dying on the summit. All right, there we go. Not bad, not bad. All right, so now we click the trial tasks, hiding spot, click, set up route. Okay. And then I click the node and I tell them where to go, just like that. And bada boom, bada bing, we confirm the route and now we're good. So now we've done that and we can use an optional, let's do that. Yeah. Wins task. Let's try that out. All right. So we've gotten our first path set up for the mayor and whatnot. And now we're waiting for our first guest to arrive, ladies and gentlemen. So the mayor's doing their thing. They're taking the trail up to Espreval and back. And hopefully that's going to do really well. So now we have a new objective here, Snowy Beginnings. So we're going to look at this. We need to unlock the communal space from the tech tree. So we're going to go to this. The communal space is right here. It costs 200 gold or 200 money. And that's going to give us a cubby, bench, sofa, and bunk bed. That bunk bed's going to actually come in handy, I think. So let's go back to the building itself. And we're about to be getting some new guests coming in here very shortly, very shortly. So we unlock this bunk bed. We unfortunately do not have enough wood for said bunk bed right now. So we need to go to the yard. We need to make sure we have people working here on wood. And probably need somebody in the kitchen as well. We'll put Eva on that just to have meals going for us. So we need to prepare 40 food rations. We need to gather 100 wood, unlock the woodshed 1 on the tech tree. So where's that? Woodshed 1 right here. 200 gold. We have enough. We'll do it. All right. Build a path leading to Celestial Grove or Feroci. Create a trail. So we can't do that quite yet. We need to build some bunk beds though. So let's look here. Bunk beds. We can build one here. Kind of awkward, aren't they? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to move some stuff around just to make this kind of fit and work. I'm going to move some stuff around. Okay, so we're going to move some of these cots around here. And hopefully make everything kind of fit for us. I know you're in that bed sleeping nice and peacefully, but you're going to have to deal. I'm moving you. All right, now we're good. So now I can do this. I can build another bunk here and another bunk. Can't afford it. Okay. Well, we can't afford the other bunk, but we can fit now 10 individuals in this room as it currently stands. Again, we're trying to get the food rations up. We need to build one more bunk bed, which right now we can't do anyways because we are at a state where people are sleeping. I want Nick working that with Francis or with Eva, and then my kitchen will be Francis working on that. Trying to get things made, y'all. We're trying to get things made here. We're gonna push through to overtime, so we need to build up more. We need 60 wood. We do have a lot of gold, so realistically I could go over here to deliveries, and we're gonna go for the air support, and we're gonna actually bring in, they can carry 250, so give me 250 wood for 600 bucks. You best believe we'll take that. That's gonna give us some much needed overhead for our wood, and now we can build this. So here we go. All right, so we're gonna build one of these here, and that is the only one we can do right now currently. So we can now have up to 10 individuals. We have everybody taken care for in terms of bedding. So now the next thing is setting up the next trail. We have one trail set up. We need to get a second one set up. We're about to have a lot of wood come through, which is clutch. We also probably should try to get a delivery for... We have some food we can do. Let's do 200 food. It's going to cost 700. We can't really afford that. Let's do 100 food. And it's going to cost a bit of money, but I'm willing to do it just because I feel like we need to keep everybody going, right? So I want to make sure, go back to X, or go back to the shelter. Let's make sure I have everybody working. So I want, ooh, what is this? Guitar Showdown. 2 campfire guitar virtuosos have decided to compete for the attention of other guests. Bending backwards, okay, trying to impress. So we got to figure out what we want to do here. Step in and put an end to the performance before it gets any worse. That's gonna hurt a little bit. Okay, so let's just do the first one. It gives us some reputation. You know, it is what it is. We'll deal with it. Nick, you work on this. Francis, you work on this. And now we need to go out here to the path. So we need to build a path, it said, freeze, to either Celestial Grove or Feroci. So let's look at our groups coming through here. So we have several groups coming in. We have Hauler's Circle that wants to go to Espriva, Celestial Grove. So we need to get Celestial Grove. Now with this group here, they are boulderers. And a boulderer wants to go through a steep 45-degree slope with an opened area. Okay, so we can try to remember that. We also have these people here, which are casual strollers. They want forests and they want not a steep climb. So we're going to have 2 different types of things here to head to Celestial Grove, which is where exactly? Right here up north. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to map out our first trail here. Let's get a path segment up from here. Celestial Grove is actually already pretty well established, so let's just build another path here. Can I build one here? It doesn't go through any forest though, so let's look at this. Let's do path segment here. There we go. That's easy enough. So that's one trail we're gonna do here. We're gonna go from here to this, to this, to this. Pretty casual. We're gonna call it the Glacier Edge Trail. Love it. And we're gonna send out old Eva on that. Commence. And then we need something for the boulderers, right? The boulderers. So we're gonna get this one established next. So the boulderers want something a bit more steep, 45 degrees, right? So they want something a bit more steep here. Man, that's very steep heading that direction. Look at that, 60. We'll do 45. 45, can't afford it right now. We don't have enough wood. So we're gonna have to get more wood before we can do anything else there. So we're gonna let her do her thing there. We're gonna go back to the shelter, and we got Francis over here working on wood production. All right, what just happened there? Getting ready for a blizzard coming here. So now we're in chapter 1. We need to have at least 300 wood. Have 1-star reputation. Okay, thank you. Again, if you like the story bits and whatnot, if you play the game yourself, you can check that out. But I want to play. I want to play. All right, so we need to build a rescue center, have a 1-star reputation, have at least 3 peaks connected with trails. We have 1 right now, and complete some other things here. So, got it. So we need to get wood. We need to get wood. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the vehicle, and we're going to go for 100 wood and 50... We'll actually make this 200 wood and 50 food for $650. Yes. Give me that. And that's going to fulfill the needs we need. As we just finished 1 trail. We're running low on food. Well, we're bringing in food right now. We're bringing in food right now. So the food issue should be getting fixed. I'm also going to make sure, let's get Eva on the food production right now. And then let me get back out to the trail and let me work on this trail, which we were in the process of building. So we have this one, which is again open. What is the tag I'm looking for the guest book? For the boulders, they want open area. What does that mean? How do I know if it's an opened area? That's opened area. Costs more gold than what we have, though. So we got to wait for some gold to come in, is what you're telling me, huh? All right, here we go. Shower Q Revolt. A sinister murmur echoes louder and louder through the shelter's corridors. The commotion is coming from behind the bath door, where the sizable crowd of disgruntled tourists has gathered to cause a long line for the shower. Some have been waiting over an hour. Okay, so we needed to get something going. I want to build up reputation. We'll do that. All right, let me look at this too, by the way, real quick. I do think we need more beds already. Like, I think we're very much in a situation. Yeah, we are. So I need to, I'm getting rid of some beds. I know people aren't going to like this, but they can suck it up and deal with it. We need to get bunks. More bunks. More bunks. There we go. There we go. So now that fits how many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 out of the 17. Not enough. We still need more, honestly. We still need more bunks. And I know it's hideous, but I really don't care. We're going to just build what we can with what we have. I don't have enough resources for it. Okay, so I need more. So I'm up to 16 now in here. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Okay. We're trying to make it work, guys. We're trying to make it work here. Okay, we got people, yes. All right, so we still need to build handrails at a trail map. Interesting, handrails. Do I not have enough yet? Nope. I need more wood. Okay, let's check the food situation. We're going to get Eva on that. Let's go to the yard and let's keep working on our wood production. Durability, no wood. We'll do Nick on that. We need to get that going. We're working on getting the gold going right now. Raw food, we have 64 dinners done. Okay, we have what we need now for this. Okay. So we're just gonna squeeze in one more bunk there. We will move stuff around. It's ugly right now. I know it. I know it's ugly. I know I don't love it. But we're gonna make it work because we gotta make it work for what we're doing. So we need to get this path segment done. So 132 gold or wood is what that's going to cost me. So we need a lot more wood. We need a lot more wood is what you're telling me right now. So we're going to keep going here. Let me look at this real quick. Because we have them. They're going. Okay. These are the boulderers. Well, sorry. I'm not going to make them happy. but maybe they'll happy enough. Oh dear. An alpinist group approach you. Deer caught in a poacher's trap. Oh my. Eva could get hurt. We'll do this one. It's going to hurt the meals a little bit, but it can deal. All right, so let me look at this for the trails. So for this one here, it said you add rails. So barrier, we can add a barrier to an existing trail here. We can go like here to here to here. And that is for barriers. Yes. All right. So we're going to get that going. Let's see what that does. Unless I just completely mistook what I was doing. Uh-huh. Oh, wait. Let's do this. So, hold on. Barrier here to here. It's 54. We're going to do that. Still need more wood. But that's going to get me one handrail built in. Still need to raise storage space to level 2 as well. Man, a lot going on. This game does throw a lot at you here, especially as you're learning everything on the front end here. What is this? Durability. We need to get that fixed right now. We need to get this working. We need Eva in the kitchen to help with the meals. And then we need to get our storage level up. Is there anything we need for upgrades for that? I think we may try to get another room here while we can. And we'll just do this this next room right here. Okay, so that's going to give us a little bit more space here. What that allows is now I can go over here and say, all right, here's what we're going to do. We got a door there. We're going to put a bed here. We're going to put a bed here. And then I'd like to copy one of these bad boys here. And here, let's see. Something like that. That way we have that whole room covered for heat. Okay. That's going to work for now. So we still keep our 18 capacity. But we're making it work. We're making it work. So we got that. How are we doing here working wise? What does this say? Need a worker. Weather station. What's that do? Okay. Eva, you work on that. You work on this. Man, everything's in bad shape right now. The storm has hurt us significantly. We need to get the radio tower repaired and everything. So we're going to let people work on their duties currently. Nick, you get that started. Francis, you finish that for me. Eva, you finish this for me. And then we need to get some people in here in the kitchen. We don't have any raw material, so that sucks. So we need to go get a delivery of some food. So we need 200 food. I'll take 50 wood. We'll max it out. 800 bucks. We'll take it. Just need something. And then we can get things cooking as well. All right, so we got everything repaired now. Yes. Should be good now. Yes. Got a little bit of food coming through now. We have no meals made right now. So we get Francis on these meals. All right. So get Francis working on the meals. I may even do this and get Nick working on this and try to bring in 200 food. We can't afford it. Never mind. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the trail view. Because we still have not finished this path. This initial path we were trying to do here to Celestial Grove. It's because we need more wood. We still are lacking in the wood production. Whew. Resource management, man. It's kicking my tail. So we're going to go Nick with that. We got food being produced. All right. We're getting wood produced. We just need enough to finish this path here, which we can now do. Excellent. So that is done. So now I would like to mark a trail here. We're going to go from here to here, from here to there. And we're going to confirm it. We're going to call it the Howling Ridge Pass. That sounds legit. And we're going to put Eva on that and commence. We're going to see how that works for her. Okay, so she's going to get that rolling. While that's happening, we're low on resources again. We got Nick on this. We're going to get Francis on the food. We have 28 meals. We need to get some more meals done. How are we doing here now? So we still need to raise our storage to level 2. So let's look at build. Let's go to the storage area, and we can do a cubby here. So these cubbies, where I kind of put some cubbies in here, huh? Put a couple cubbies in here. See what that does. What's that get us to? We're at level 1 still. And then we have storage closets here. Put a couple more cubbies in here. Huh. So it's still not very good. We're level 1. Comfort is solid again, but it's just we are really hurting in terms of our resources. Our resources overall are really killing us. I mean, we still have him working over here night and day for it. Eva's out on the trail, so she can't do anything right now, right? I think. All right, we can get her on it now that she's rested. All right, so the next thing is still we need to get handrails. We still need to do 2 more handrails. Raise storage. Check for bear tracks. Interesting. So complete the trail task. Check the rickety bridge. So let's look at that. Let's look at this trail tasks. Very interesting. So the rickety bridge, where is that at? How do I see my trail tasks? Interesting. Trail task, here we go. So check the rickety bridge. I'm going to send Francis on that.
A job.
And then the next one, bear tracks, I'm going to send Eva on that. Set up route. Oh, we don't even have that set up. Never mind. So we got to figure that one out still. He can at least do that one still on his own. All right. We got Greco Circles returning from their expedition. Good. So we're going to get paid for that. 5 successful expeditions now completed for us. That's excellent. That's more money in our pockets as well. Eva's working on that. Let's see how the cook go in here. Let's get Nicholas on the cooking. We have 12 meals produced. We need to get more meals. We have food. We need more meals though. And then let's look at the storage situation still here. Does it matter where I build storage? If not, I'm going to build storage randomly. Just to fulfill the needs. Because right now we're in this area. All right, home accident, a loud crash. So somebody got hurt in the kitchen here, it says. We'll offer a refund. Why not? It's going to cost us a little coin, but we can deal. We also have $1,400 right now, so we can actually afford to bring in some resources. So let's get 250 wood brought in real quick. Bring in some 250 wood. We need you working on that. The kitchen. We got Nicholas working in the kitchen. Let's get Eva helping you out and take Nick off of there. Let Nick, he'll get a break now. And then let's go back to the trail view and let's look at building mode where we are going to add a little bit more on the barrier front. Get that done. And maybe, why not? Just add one there too. That gets us that goal finished. So now we just need to complete the trail task, paint the advertisement, which is set up the route. So this is a different route. Interesting. Y'all, this game has got some complexity to it. It's got the chill vibes too. Once I think you get the flow of the gameplay and you understand what you're doing exactly. I dig it though. I really am digging the aesthetic of the game, the challenge, and kind of the gameplay loop we're seeing here. Overall, I'm really enjoying it. I just need to spend a lot more time with it to understand all the nuances of how the gameplay mechanics work together and whatnot. But y'all, if you want to see more from Above the Snow, let me know in the comment section. Smash the like button. That signals to me and the YouTube algorithm you want more of this content here on the channel. But until next time, thank you all so much for spending some time with me here as we built out our shelter in the snowy mountains. But until next time, stay safe. God bless to each of you in your own, and we'll catch you all back here in the next one. Y'all take it easy.